It's match day, and it's a decider match between India and England as the entire England tour of India closes out today. And to say how good this tour has been, this had to be the decider. The first match, India won. The second one, England had a thumping win, chasing 337. It was raining sixes. So, why am I here today? Of course, to discuss the fantasy tips and which player to get in the team, why. But before I dive into all this, we will obviously have to look at what Irfan Pathan has got to say.
क्या आप भी किसी अपने सपने मेरे तुम्हारे टीम 11 पे टीम बना रहे हो और बच्चों के साथ खेल रहे हो? हमारे साथ खेलोगे? हाउज़ेट पे खेलो लेजेंड्स के साथ. हमें हराओ और जीतो डबल कैश. Log on to HOWZAT.com and win real cash.
There you go. You have to download the HOWZAT app and make your fantasy team and win big. So before you download the HOWZAT app and start making your fantasy team, I will give you the fantasy team that our experts have chosen so that you can choose your fantasy team accordingly. So first we'll go for Johnny Bairstow, and Johnny Bairstow is also the vice captain of the team. Well, Bairstow has been in scintillating form. In the first match he got a 94. In the second match he scored a century. He's the highest run getter with 218 runs in this ODI series. A must-have in your team. And then we have gone for KL Rahul. KL Rahul is finally back in form. And how? First, he scored a 50. Then he went on and in the second ODI scored a century. Today also you can expect a big one from him because KL Rahul, if you remember, when he goes, when his form is bad, it's absolutely bad. He fails to score any sort of runs. But when he's in good form, he has this knack of scoring huge runs. Probably that's what, class is all about. Now, the third one would be the game changer. Whom am I speaking about? Well, none other than Rishabh Pant. He has been changing India's game and the game for their opponents since the Australia tour. He has been fascinating. Even last match, after he played an ODI after about 400 something days. Did he look like that? No, he didn't. He scored 77 runs very quickly, gave that extra momentum that Indian team needed. So Rishabh Pant is a must-have, and obviously since he's behind the stumps, high chances he will also get a few catches, and automatically, you get a few more points. So Rishabh Pant is a must-have in your team, and then we have the run machine Kohli. He has been consistently getting over that 50 mark. There has been a lot of talk about his 100. He himself said that I don't play for 100. But remember, he does play for the team. So he will consistently score runs. I won't be surprised if there is another 50. And I will love it if there is another century. So Virat Kohli is the next man. And then we have got the hitman, Rohit Sharma. Now, why Rohit Sharma? I know a lot of people will have this question because Rohit Sharma hasn't really fired. Well, a hungry Rohit Sharma, a hungry hitman, should definitely be in your team. Do you think he wants to end the series without any impact? And if this is the match where he decides to play that impactful innings, no, I'm not saying in the last two matches he didn't play well, because remember, he was playing well in both the matches. And in both the matches, I think his wicket was the one which was, which fell to the worst deliveries of the matches. So I don't think that will keep repeating. That can never happen to one of the best wide ball players. So Rohit Sharma should be in your side. Then we'll go for Jason Roy. Jason Roy has been opening the innings for England and he has done really well. First match he scored 46, another 50 odd in the second match. And with Jason Roy, an additional benefit is the fact that he has been fielding really well. So you never know, a run out there, a catch here, and you get some extra fantasy points. So get him in your team. Next, we go for Ben Stokes. What an innings! At one point, he was hitting sixes like it was just a practice game, or It was the next session. And I don't think he will stop, because if you have heard Johnny Bairstow's press conference, he has clearly warned the Indian team that they keep planning to hit sixes. So Ben Stokes will obviously try to go big. And remember, Ben Stokes has also got 3 wickets in this tournament, which means that he's bowling as well. So some crucial points for you: batting, bowling, both comes in. So go for Ben Stokes. And then we have chosen Washington Sundar. Well, with Kuldeep Yadav absolutely out of form, high chances, yes, they might get in Yuzvendra Chahal. But remember, Washington Sundar also gives you a batting option, and batting option, someone who can really accelerate towards the end. So India can go for that option as well. Obviously, you can choose Yuzvendra Chahal in the team, because I don't think after Kuldeep Yadav's performance in the first 2 matches, especially in the last match, Indian team will still persist with him. And then we have got Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. This man made a comeback in this series, and how? What he has bowled superbly. Last match also, he got the important wicket at, I wouldn't say really the right time, because by the time he got the wicket, I think England was way ahead of the game. But still, he has been getting the wickets. He has got good shape going for him. I think Bhuvaneshwar Kumar will be a bowler to watch out for, because this Pune pitch has assisted seamers more than spinners. So obviously, we'll go for a little seam heavy fantasy team. So our next choice would be Prasidh Krishna. He is the highest wicket taker this series with 6 wickets from 2 matches. And if you remember the Yorker he bowled to Joss Butler, I think it was almost a perfect Yorker, right? For someone who has such a good Yorker, will be a bowler to watch out for. And the most important part is Prasidh Krishna himself has said in a press conference that he is trying to improve his bowling with the new ball, which means that one area which needs to be a little covered, Prasidh Krishna is trying to cover that. So good news for all Indian fans. And then we have got Reece Topley, the left arms from England. Well, the reason for getting Rhys Topley is last match he bowled really well, and especially the bounce he got was, hurrying the batters, was making them uncomfortable. And generally, when you get good bounce, the problem is it might hit the edge. You can get wickets. So Rhys Topley is another player. Remember, the Indian team is now playing to win this series, and whenever the Indian team has had their backs to the wall, they have come back roaring, and that's why our fantasy team has 7 Indian players, a little India heavy, and then the rest England players. You can obviously arrange your fantasy team according to your preference, or whatever your calculation or guts is saying. Before I go, I will repeat: you will make your fantasy team, but you should know where to make it. Well, in the description, you will find a link to download the HOWZAT app. Do download the HOWZAT app, challenge our expert, challenge legends like Yuvraj Singh, Kumar Sangakkara, Irfan Pathan, and win big. All the best, and let's hope that the Indian team wins the series.